Medigroup Physician Services presents Medigroup's Frank's Fast Five with healthcare executives, produced by Bridget Wilson and Carrie Peters. Today's guest is Michelle Hoffner, Commercial Account Manager, Printing and Personal Systems with HP. Now, here's your host, Medigroup's Frank Gillespie.
Welcome to another edition of Medigroup's Frank's Fast Five with healthcare executives. Today, I have the great pleasure of chatting with Michelle Hoffner, Commercial Account Manager, Printing and Personal Systems with HP. Michelle, welcome and great to see you. And thanks so much for your time today.
Oh, Frank, thank you so much. When I heard about this, I thought, what a great idea. So I am excited to be one of your interviews for the Frank's Fast Five. So thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much for your time. We're excited to have you as well. And we have had some fun on these. So I'm glad that we're having this opportunity today. So I promised you, Michelle, I wouldn't waste your time. We'll get right into those questions. So Question number one, how long have you been with HP and what do you enjoy about your job?
Yeah, so I've been with HP for over 16 years. And love it. I love it today, just like I loved it from day one. What I have been doing for HP for the last 16 years is being an account manager, working with end user customers. And that is, to me, is just the best part of my job, meeting our end user customers and then sharing with them what HP has been working on. Because, you know, we have a long history, right? Going back to Bill and Dave. Yes. Great products, and we're always innovating and developing new solutions for customers. So I love sharing that with customers. So that's what I love about my job with HP.
I can honestly say, ladies and gentlemen, that working with Michelle is like walking down the red carpet. I mean, she does everything. She lays everything out for you. She's very thorough. So not only is this fun, but just day-to-day working with you is a nice experience as well. So thank you, Michelle. Excellent. Okay, you're welcome. Question number two. What has HP been up to lately regarding the healthcare arena and healthcare organizations in general?
Okay, great question. And HP has been working with our healthcare customers and healthcare providers for a very, very long time. And as you can imagine with COVID, things have just taken a little bit of a different, accelerated, little bit of a twist here. And then security, with regards to all the phishing and hacking that's been going on. So what HP's been doing lately has been partnering with healthcare providers to meet their challenges with regards to hospital-acquired infection reduction, addressing volatile organic compounds and electromagnetic interference. So these are things that we'll talk a little bit more about, but you know, in particular with regards to EMI interference or electromagnetic interference, which was something very new to me to learn about. You know, you don't think about all of the people that are bringing phones, tablets, all of this equipment into the hospital. So, you know, and then everything that's wireless, right? Everything that's wireless. So you need to be cognizant about that. But with regards to EMI interference and disruption of sensitive equipment, HP Healthcare Edition printers and Zebra healthcare handheld devices can be used close to patients and in shared areas with sensitive medical equipment. And they're medical grade certified to meet international emission standards and are among the only multifunction printers to carry this patient safety certification. So when I learned about that, I thought, wow, that makes a whole lot of sense. So that's just one example of what we've been up to lately.
Fantastic. It's amazing. And when you think about the printer safety and the air quality and that type of thing,
yes,
you forget that everybody in the office is touching that print button or loading paper into the tray and pulling the drawers out to put the paper in. So everybody's touching things. And the great things that you at HP have come up with to help combat that is phenomenal. And then we're going to talk about security in a little bit too. Let me go into question three, and it's going to expand, I think, a little bit upon what you just shared with us. But what is HP doing to help the indoor air quality environment and keeping printers clean throughout their life cycle?
Right. This was another interesting area that I delved into a bit more, and found that with HAIs, or hospital-acquired infection reduction, we, along with Zebra devices, are tested to withstand repeated disinfection with bleach and hydrogen peroxide industry standard wipes. And I had no idea how dirty printers could be. But when you think about it, again, going back to EMI, you think about it and you learn about it, you think, oh yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense, right? So we have partnered with organizations to develop these wipes that printers can be wiped down with many, 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 many times. So that is one area that I wanted to share with you and your members. The other is with regards to high levels of volatile organic compounds, or VOCs, that can hurt indoor air quality. And this comes from printing and, when the toner heats up on the fuser. But HP toner and ink meet eco-label emission criteria, and we voluntarily test our print systems. And when I say print system, I'm referring to the printer and the cartridge to prevent emissions that exceed eco-label guidelines. So that's what else we've been working on.
It's amazing. Again, you don't think of a printer as being that sophisticated, and I don't mean that in a negative way whatsoever. It's just a box that prints out your stuff. But all the different components that go into it and the access that so many people have just make these dynamics so much more important to take care of. Okay, we've talked about the cleanliness of the PCs and how to keep those clean. Question number 4, can you share with us some of the steps HP takes to help safeguard their printers and systems sold against hacking, and why this is important in the healthcare setting?
Right. Oh, this is huge. And it's not only with regards to the healthcare settings, but any customer, right? Any customer and security. So we have been working on this, again, a very, very long time. Over 20 plus years we've been working on security, going, over 25 years, in fact. But HP's approach is to look at the entire print and document infrastructure, beginning with locking down the device, extending all the way into the device usage and content protection. So you're talking about just the ports all the way through the document going through the system to be printed, cloud, that sort of thing. So that's how we look at it, the entire infrastructure. And there's several points of attack areas that really should be looked at by all customers, not only healthcare, but all customers. For example, open ports / USBs, right? USB ports, take a look at those storage media and protections there, BIOS and firmware, cloud-based access and network intercepts of print jobs that are going to and from a device. So HP has developed solutions in all of these areas. And so we can work with customers to provide a very secure infrastructure and solution for our customers.
That's fantastic. You provide a nice footprint for the life cycle of the printer, where it's going to be utilized, and the effects and the different things that need to be taken care of during that life cycle. And very interesting. And I know too that they recommend that you don't just pitch your house printer without making sure that you've taken some security adjustments with regard to that as well. So
absolutely,
it impacts everyone. So it's very interesting. Last question. We've gotten to the last question. So, Michelle, how can folks learn more about HP's healthcare initiatives?
So I would encourage folks to visit HP Healthcare Solutions. So you could look at HP Healthcare Solutions. It's going to take you to a site with a lot of white papers and a lot of really, really good information there for healthcare providers. And then with regards to security, I suggest folks look at the Wolf videos that we have out there with Christian Slater. Very entertaining, but very important topic. And so he presents the security topic in a very entertaining way. And those can be found on YouTube. And that's The Wolf with Christian Slater.
Yep, I've seen some of those, and they really capture your attention in terms of what they're trying to depict.
Exactly.
So they're very excellent, no question about it. Michelle, I can't thank you enough for this interview. I'm sitting here right now looking at my HP OfficeJet Pro 8720, and it does a great job for me. It's one of the best printers I've ever had.
Thank you.
Well, absolutely, it's true. So
I
can't thank you enough for this. You've been a great guest and full of information, and you're just delightful to talk to. So thank you so much for your time as we wrap this up, and I hope you have a great rest of your week.
Thanks, Frank, and thanks again for inviting me. I feel honored. Appreciate it.
This has been ManyGroup's Frank's Fast Five with Healthcare Executives, produced by Bridget Wilson and Carrie Peters, and hosted by Frank Gillespie. Special thanks to Michelle Hoffner, Commercial Account Manager, Printing and Personal Systems with HP.